What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle for the next episode of They Are Billions, where we're doing like a little bit better. We actually have defenses this time around, so that's kind of a good place to be. I mean, normally I don't have the resources to actually mash all this shit together, and so we're doing pretty well right now. I'm fairly happy with our coverage at the moment. I don't think we have a whole lot to worry about for too much longer. We really want to start looking for a place that we can move out, though, on the enemy. That's the truth, is we need to find like an expansion zone. We need to find a place where we can like get out there and like handle our business. I'm thinking this area is too hot. It's too hot. Hot damn. I think I was looking at the map earlier, and I'm thinking out this way is looking pretty solid. Like if we take all of our warriors out this way, we might be able to do something with that. We're full up on wood right now. We are fully on into the wood tier. Let me take a look and see what I got going on here. So stone walls are all ready to go. This is actually gold over here. That's gold. I've been playing around with it. We made it to day 110 on 120. Actually, we made it to a day 120. We made it to the final raid finally on stream, where you just get hit by everything, and it was like, oh my god, it is brutal out here. And so I need to figure out a way to get myself suited in. I don't think we can go that way. That way seems, I don't know, some directions are harder to clear than others, and you kind of want to wait till you're further into the game when you have like a bigger mass of stacks to go after them. Instead, something like this might work over here. Something like this might work. I'm going to try and be aggressive over here, but I don't know if it's going to work out for us. I tend to try to be very, very aggressive when I'm playing now. That's one thing that stream people have actually helped me out with a lot with this, is they're like, listen, man, you got to play more aggressively. You got to get out there and get some in this game. You basically want to have all the zombies cleared off the map by like day 80 if you really want to have a chance to make it through the final rush. Because I guess everything on the map rushes you in the final day. And so, like, if you've cleared the entire map, it actually significantly lowers the amount of dudes that are going to be trying to murder you in between here. And you go back and guard that tower, man. Go back and guard that tower. Make sure none of these Zeds get all antsy in the pantsy. We've got some extra stuff going on right now. I'm going to say to research shocking towers. Shocking towers for sure. Shocking towers are quite shocking, and they are quite nice to have. You actually really want shocking towers. We're doing pretty solidly down in here. I'm happy with the way things are looking. The next thing we may want to look into is expanding the power grid ever so slightly. Like, I think that's probably a good idea. Like, anywhere that I can slap down some extra power sounds okay to me. Our money's a little bit iffy, but I think a good deployment of a bank would probably fix that. Like, if I could put a bank in over here, like a bank in over here, we'll probably be alright. We'll probably be alright. I don't know how long we have till our next raid, because unfortunately, I had to stop recording in between this episode and the last episode to go stream, and I've got so many playthroughs of this game running right now that, you know, it's a lot. Keep upgrading the walls, please. Make the walls look sexy. Stone walls are pretty much the best you can get in the game. They should hold up perfectly fine for you and yours as you're playing. We're actually on the edge of the map right here. So you need to be careful about the edge of the map. One of the things I learned about the edge of the map, I actually may have to sacrifice some okay, good. Sacrifice units if you have to, but don't let them take that tower. That tower is too important to us for right now. We lose that tower, we're about to have a booty-ass day. So be careful about the edges of the map. The edges of the map, you can't build on them. You can't build on them. So once you get too far towards the side, what's going to happen is the game's going to be like, nah, you can't build this way. And it's pretty much just going to, it's going to line you up like that, and it's not going to be fun. And so, like, if you build in the wrong direction, you can actually get yourself into a lot of trouble, especially if you're used to, like, aw, you little bastard. He wiped out my tower. What a dick move. That ain't right. How you gonna mess with a man's tower like that? My grandma gave me that tower. Man. Bunch of sick little bastards down here just messing with my towers. Just messing with my towers. Down this way is looking really good for mining. That's the part that's got me the most frisky and excited. Especially if I can wall this off right here. You go guard that tower as per usual. I'm hoping we don't get a rush too soon. But even if we do, we can rebuild these buildings right after it. We just don't want to build houses and stuff out here. We just want to make sure that we have towers going. So that we can start blocking things off. I'll probably make a wall right there. Probably make a wall right here maybe. Sounds workable. Sounds like the kind of thing that won't get us into too much trouble. You just keep shooting Zeds over there. I'm going to slap down a wall over here just to see if it's going to let me There are enemies too close to this location. Well, that's good, because alternatively, sometimes the game is like, you're too close to the edge of the map, you can't build here. And I don't want that to happen. That would be the worst. I really don't want to deal with that right now. So, let's just get a little starter wall built. How's that sound? Let's get a little starter wall built over here. Yup, there it is. Little starter wall is all nice and done. Dunsies! I'll probably put an extra one right there just in case. I don't know, make it a little bit thicker, you know? So I can put some towers in or something. You stand by that gate for right now and guard it with your life. Because that area has been taken care of, we don't really need to move people around too much. Keep pushing. Be as aggressive as possible. Keep pushing, keep clearing, keep killing, keep eliminating enemies if you can. Fall back to right there, and we'll wipe out those Zeds. A little bit of damage taken right there, but not too bad. Not too bad. We can work around it. We're a little low on workers right now. That piece of information has me a little salty. Not like super salty, but a little salty. Keep pushing down this way, make sure there's no more zombies, and that if there are zombies, they're not going to be able to... Oh, you had one job. You had one job, pal. You had one job. Don't let them waste my resources. You had one job. One singular job. This guy. This guy. Keep building walls. Get walls built as fast as possible. If we have stone walls up, that means that we're going to have a lot less problems in the near future. Keep pushing them back as best you can. Little wounded, but they'll be alright. Keep pushing. If we trigger any massive hordes or anything down here, I'll probably go into full-on panic mode, but up until that happens, why worry about it, you know? Why worry about it? Why scramble? Why scramble and freak out? We got enough wood right here. Luckily, our wood supply is looking really sexy, and so we should be able to mash this out no problem on all these ends. That does give us a lot of stone walls that we got to reinforce, but on the plus side, defend the walls, defend the walls. Make sure they don't chew through them. Make sure they don't chew through them. I care about zombie dentition. I care. I shouldn't, but I do. I care about zombie dentition. I can't have them wrecking up their beautiful little pearly whites on my doors. Just can't let it happen. And then now that we're down here, we've got access to some more stone mines. This location right here is going to be a fabtabulous spot for some goodies. And once I get this all sealed off, what we'll do is we'll kill all the defenses over here and all the walls to get the resources back. And we'll rebuild them along the outer reaches of the Empire. Keep the Empire nice and strong out here. There you go. Shoot them down for me. I don't like zombies. I don't like looking at them. I don't like hearing them. I don't like their opinions about stuff. They really are terrible people. They're the worst. They are really, really awful people. And the faster we can kill them, the better off we will be. Now then, it looks like we're about set up for another wall over here. Keep pushing forward. Multi-prong, kind of keep them from cycling around and causing issues for me, making me cry myself to sleep at night, which I do pretty frequently. It's the curse of being an emotional crier, you know? Some people are emotional criers. Go ahead and you guys come over here and help out with this. Ooh, I could get really aggressive and I could claim this down here. I don't know, though. We're on the edge of the map, and that's got me kind of nervous. Oop, don't get swarmed. Don't get swarmed. Ladies, pull up back here. Thank you. Everything is fantastic aside from the massive zombie gash in my ass now from allowing my poor little archers to be bitten and smitten. I don't need that one right there. You should always pause the game when you build buildings. I said that in the previous episode. But the only way you get a full refund is if the game is paused when you build. And so you kind of want to do that. He's watching the gate over there. That leaves us with more than enough resources to be like bim bam bomb down here. And we are solid. We've got ourselves a nice little piece of real estate right here. Nice little piece of real estate. Go ahead and knock that on out. And we will continue doing... Nope, do all of them, please. All of the wallses that you can doozes, please. And then we'll take this stuff right here. We'll go ahead and knock that on out. A little bit wasteful, if I do say so myself. But we want to keep ourselves constantly flowing outwards if we can. We don't want to get stuck in one spot. Am I completely and totally secure over here? Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I probably should have checked that before I went straight ham-fisted on mining a whole bunch of stuff and doing a whole bunch of stuff. But that's the way it goes sometimes. Then what we want to do is now that we've got our power allocation, everything else back, we are going to start mashing out towers down here. And on top of that, we have a crazy food allocation right now. And so that means it's about time for us to build some houses. That means time for us to build some stuff. I need to get more money. That's the main reason you want to build more houses, because you need more money. Money is very, very important in this game, and if you're not constantly working towards that, it can get you into trouble. Reinforce as many of the walls as you can, because I don't want to die here. I would love to not die here. That would be my absolute favorite. And then, once we've got this all secure over here, what we'll do is we'll push other directions on the map. And in pushing, we're going to start clearing out some of these zombies, because every zombie you kill is a zombie you don't have to kill once you get to the final confrontation. And so really, in between all of these building phases and whatnot, you really should kind of be, you should be out here. You should be out here, taking care of the work that needs to be done. You know, doing the Lord's work out here. Killing off Zeds. We also want to keep ourselves nice and profitable. What happened over here? Oh, I thought there was somebody running up on us right now. Go ahead and take care of the business. Very nice, ladies and gentlemen. Keep looking around if we can find a city and wipe that out. That'd be fantastic too. And then for right now, all we want to do is kind of allow our workers to pile up and get a lot of resources for later. Let our stuff kind of pile up. We also probably want to make a market at some point. Probably a good plan. Probably a markedly good choice, in all honesty. I'm probably going to keep expanding in this direction. I'll probably bar this off down here and sort of do my thing, I guess. I like the fact that I've got expansion space. We do have zombies around that we need to worry about. But I think if we're aggressive in the way that we get rid of them... Oh, we got a big guy over here. Look at you, big mug. Look at you. Out here trying to get some with your extra weight. Okay. But yeah, don't turtle in this game. Don't turtle. I've learned that lesson the hard way far too many times. Do not turtle. Turtling is going to get you whooped. It is not going to be pleasant. You really don't want to get whooped either. Probably do another little suburb down here, maybe. The more buildings I can build, the happier I am. And look at all this gorgeous fishing space. Look at all this over here. Just, what a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. All that fishing space. We got some woodland areas over there. We've got access to 2 separate oil wells, which means later on we should be in a good position to start building titans, which will be fun. We'll go ahead and reinforce some of the gates over here while we've got the opportunity to do so. And I'm happy with our progress right now. Suffice it to say, I'm very happy with our progress. I think this is probably one of our best games we've run so far. This is a very good place to be for us. Go ahead and get rid of these zombies over here. We're going to cut up through the woods. There's another oil well down there. Although, frankly, we're so strapped up on resources at this point that it's like, what do we even need? Yeah, shoot that guy real fast. He's chewing on people. And if I can clear this side of the map of zombies before we get too far in, I think that'll be a really nice spot to be at. We've got lots of workers. We've got lots of food. We've got lots of things going on, which I think is very, very nice. Let's go ahead and start working on... research. Research may or may not be a good idea right now. I may knock that out to put a bank in later so I can get the banking bonus over here if I can't fit anything else in otherwise. But this is a really solid map. I'm really happy with this map. This map is just gorgeous. Like, of all the things you could ask for in a map, this one basically exemplifies, like, all of them. This is a really, really nice place to be as far as our map situation goes. I don't know if I can get another fishing lodge in over here. Yeah, I was going to say it's probably unlikely. But it was worth looking. I mean, it was worth trying. It was worth giving it a go. We'll take a look and we'll do a 62 food farm right here, I guess. Looks good to me. We'll want to get that gold mining going about as soon as possible too. We'll want to get this going as soon as possible so that we never have to worry about resources. We want to have our money stacks very, very high. We want that shit to stack to the ceiling if we can. It's going to cost us 120 to get those going. Let's keep on going then. Keep building that stuff downwards, and then maybe I'll plop a bank over here right afterwards. The bank increases the amount of money you get from each house by like $5. And so if you put it in a densely populated area right here, it doesn't seem like much, but the extra 100 actually does come in handy. The reason I lost my game where I got to the final wave is because I ran out of cash. And so for like the last 40 days, I really couldn't, like from day 100 on, I couldn't really do much aside from sit there and upgrade my towers and just kind of pray for deliverance, you know what I mean? Just hope for the best. We do have some more defenses we want to get up and running, but we don't want to go too ham-fisted with that right now. I'm going to leave them right there to kill everything they can at the moment, because we do have a pretty sizable mob down here. And the fact that we've cleaned out a corner of the map already on day 40 is very, very good for us. That's a super solid place to be. Super, super solid. Probably put in some more houses right here. Might be able to swing a bank right there. Have I researched the bank yet? Also, researching a warehouse might be a good look, too. Might be a good place to be at. I don't see a lot of equitable building room, though. That's going to mess with my mine right there. We can get 80 gold from right there. Get 80 gold from right there. Get all the gold you can, amigo. Get all the gold you can. I would say that prioritizing this is probably more important for right now. So I'll get all the gold that I can just to get that up to, you want to get that stacked up to like 1,000. If you can get that up to like 1,000 a tick, you'll be all right long term. And if you can keep it there, that's even better. The nice thing about what we've got going on right now, and a big thing to consider for where we're at in the game, is that we are making this much money even though all of our defenses and all of our soldiers are costing us an upkeep cost. That's big. That's really, really big, because it's easy to get behind your troop upkeep costs in this game and get yourself into trouble. It's going to whittle down a little bit as I defend some of these walls over here. That's going to be the only downshot there, is that as I start defending walls, the number is going to drop. But later on, ballistas are nice because we can turn the ballistas into executors later on. Executors. I finally played far enough into the game where I'm confident in my abilities to play. I feel like I consistently make it to like day 70 or 80 most of the time, unless something goes like catastrophically stupidly wrong, like one of the bad guys jumps the wall or something like that, which does happen. You do get wall jumpers from time to time, and in fact, we should be very terrified of that over here. Wall jumpers are going to be something that we want to consider on this side. So let's put in a ballista. I find the ballista to be the best shutdown for wall jumpers, because they usually come alone. They don't typically try to get themselves into trouble with like 30 or 40 friends. Normally they come by themselves, and so one ballista round is all it takes to kind of knock them out and get them up out of your face. We could probably put in another fishing lodge over here. Not the best fishing lodge, but it's good enough. It's good enough. We've got maxed out stone, so you know what that means. It's time for us to go through and start taking care of some business on these walls. We don't want to be wasting resources if we can help it. You're going to waste resources sometimes, and there's not going to be a way around it. But most of the time, you want your resources to stay consistent. And so the next thing that I would recommend researching is to really strongly think about banks. If we build like 3 banks right now, we are going to be clutch for cash by the end of the game. We'll be sitting at like 1,500 a tick, and that's pretty good. That's not bad. Another option that we could explore is the possibility of a... Another option we could explore is definitely the possibility of... Actually, we need more power. We need more power. We need more power, 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 power. There is power, power, wonder-working power in the mill. In the mill. And I think that's what our bonus was too, right? Our mills give extra power. Maybe our fishing lodges get extra stuff. I don't know. They should have enough firepower over here to get this handled. We got a mob coming in from the east. So let's fall back to the walls for a little bit. The spawn zone is like right over here. So we'll want to watch out for that. I'm going to put all my soldiers on the wall just in case. And then we're also going to start fixing up some of these right here. On this, actually, I'll keep them centered off. I don't know which way they're going to come from just yet. And so until we figure that out, it's going to give us a big arrow. And once we've got a big arrow, we'll be all right. But up until we got the big arrow, we don't know exactly where we're going to get hit from. And so I want to make sure that it's all hands on deck for whenever that occurs. We don't have the money right now for another ballista, so it's all hands on deck over here, actually. This is where we want to be. So let's get everybody lined up on that side. Actually, split them. Split them. I don't want to split them, but I'm going to have to split them. Actually, that looks like it was just a little raid down here. You guys get up and on this side. We're going to TCB over here. We're going to take care of business real hard. Give me another ballista tower right there. It's probably not going to get built in time. But they did absolutely hit us along our weakest front. And so hopefully we'll be able to hold them back good enough. Or well enough for all the English teachers out there. They're getting in here, but they're going to spread out once they get that first gate down. Yep, they're going to spread out and start attacking other locations once they get the gate down. So I think we're probably alright. Depends what the ballistas can do for us. But this is why I am a firm believer in the ballista. The ballista is a fantastic unit. You should be overusing it. And what it turns into is even better. It becomes an auto-fire ballista later on. So it just goes thunk, 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 thunk. And it's just, it's slaughter. Like, once it converts over to the auto ballista, which is the executioner, that's basically the rate at which it fires. It goes thunk, 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 and all you can see is zombie bodies just flying all over the place. Now, the game makes up for this by attacking you with just about everything in the kitchen sink, so keep that in mind as well. We'll probably want to spike off some of this stuff. We want one more down here. Definitely want one more down there. We're looking at, potentially at the moment. How do I want to do this? Let's get stone cottages first. And then we're going to be refocusing our money on upgrading a lot of our buildings around here. As we get extra cash, we'll kind of use it for what we need to use it for. But our position on the map is really good right now. The alternate thing we could be doing is, did I never research a market? Where's my woodworking place? Oh my god, I never researched the market. Okay, research a market for me. So what the market will do is it'll make it so it auto-sells all of the excess stuff when you max out on your meters right there. So at the bare minimum, you're getting gold. That's one of the main reasons you want to run a market. And I'm seeing mistakes right now. Every time I play for like another 5-10 hour gap of time, I get better at the game. And so, for example, when I recorded the last couple episodes, I thought I was doing pretty well. But I'm already seeing little things that I've learned not to do just in the last 6 or 7 hours of gameplay with the last time I played. So, you know, is what it is. We're wasting resources right now, but that appears to be life. I can work around that a little bit by upgrading some gates and getting those taken care of. So there's that. It's nice. I would love to slap a bank down over here somewhere. I am really feeling a bank right now. Some more soldiers would not be the worst call to arms that we've ever put out either. I usually gather them next to my command center just so I'm aware of where they are. But we are going to need to pay some money to make that happen. It's going to cost us a couple pesos. I really need that market to get done. God, we're wasting so much stuff right now. Problem is, everything costs gold on top of the resources, so if I want to get rid of resources, it hurts me even more. You know what? Go ahead and do it. Put in a warehouse right there. I'm not fundamentally against it. That'll increase our storage capacity too, so that we can build up more for later. Just in case we don't get the things done that we want to do, we can kind of work our way around it. That research is done, so the next thing that we want is a bank. And the bank is going to go like right here, so that it gets all these houses right here. It's going to use up some equitable farmland, but not really that big of a concern. The other thing we want to start doing is we want to have at least 2 zappers in front of every fence. And so if we can put in 2 zappers, so what we've unlocked here is we've got the shocking tower. The shocking tower is amazing if you've got the energy infrastructure to run it. And so basically every 8 seconds or so, it kills everything in like a 6-tile radius around itself. And so you put one right there, you put one right there, you surround it with a wall, and oh my god, it will chew through enemies like they don't even exist. Like, it will kill hundreds of zombies per discharge. It's a really good weapon, and you should strongly be considering using it. While we're waiting around here, we should continue clearing. There's no reason for us not to be clearing. All of our walls are defended. There should be nothing that goes completely and totally wrong over here. And so we now have access to the market. We're not going to be able to build it for a little bit, but that's okay. That's going to come in just a second, and that's going to allow us to start stacking a little bit more cheddar in just a moment or two. We've got a lot of houses. I'm looking for other areas that I might be able to slide a few in, because I'd like to keep us mostly squared away. The stone houses, by the way, are when your infrastructure is going to start to get really expensive. Stone houses cost about 12 electricity apiece, and so almost by necessity, you have to have enough stone to make that work. And so we're obviously going to put in a mine right there. I'll probably try to rock out a mine. Ooh, we're going to need power plants pretty soon, so I don't know what we're going to do. Expanding down into this area is probably a smart idea. Getting these 2 stone mines right here so that I can power station on up and start getting shockers. But that's a consideration for the next episode. My name is Splattercat, clearing out zombies here on the internet for all of you. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I will see you all next time. Thank you for stopping on in for another episode of They Are Billions. This has been really fun learning the game with all of you. In all honesty, it was cool doing first impressions, and it was cool doing the second playthrough. And like each time, I feel like I get a little bit better at the game, and I feel like I learn a little bit more about the game, and each time I get a little bit more efficient. A lot of it does come down to, like, you know, what kind of map you get and stuff like that, but with a little bit of experience, you should be able to make most things work in this game. I will see you all later. Thanks for stopping on in. Hi-do, everybody.